Hey everybody, I'm here downtown Ottawa at the House of Targ with Victor Lucas.
Hello.
Is awesome. It's so finally great to interview you, Victor. Thank you so much for your time here.
My pleasure, Neil. Thanks for putting me on your show or whatever you're going to do with this. Send this to Mom if you want.
Absolutely, I will actually.
All right.
It is really just for friends and family. No endorsements or anything like that. Just a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So is this your first time in Ottawa, or?
My first time ever here. I've wanted to come here for a very long time. I have very good friends that are from here that I met in Los Angeles. Bob Donatucci, I'm going to give the shout out for him. He's an art director in the video game business. He works for Amazon now, and he's worked on tons of games. Killer Instinct was a big one for the Xbox One, but I met him, I think, on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which he made for the original Xbox, the original PlayStation 2. Yeah, he's a terrific guy. Huge nerd for Indiana Jones like I am. And we hit it off. I've known him for 20 years, and he's talked about Ottawa as a great place. And my wife and I, we're not, I'm not in full production with the show, so we're sort of experimenting and checking out different cities to see what they have to offer. And we've never been here, so we decided to come. And it's beautiful city.
It is, absolutely. Like I said to you, I was born and raised, and it's actually changed quite a bit.
Yep.
I mean, a lot of people compare Ottawa to Toronto, and they say, oh, there's nothing to do in Ottawa because of Toronto. There's so much to do.
Right.
But these days, I mean, I moved out from Ottawa about 14 years ago, and these days there's so much more to do.
Yeah.
And this is an example here, is the House of Targ.
Well, I'm no expert on Ottawa, but I've seen a lot of beautiful architecture, and couldn't believe the Parliament buildings all lit up the other night, and it was cool to see so many people out on the fields out there, and I've seen protesters out. I've come into the House of Targ, and I see video games and rock bands together. I think that's pretty cool. It's fun, man. This is a fun city. It's a young city. It feels vibrant to me. It feels like a great place. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a little warm though, man. This is muggier than it is in Vancouver, I gotta tell you.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And, a lot of improvements, a lot of new comic book stores and other niche places have popped up over the years. So Ottawa is a very exciting city, and the traffic's not as bad as Toronto. So there you go. But anyway, so as you know, I'm a big fan, and I've been following you and your career for a long time.
Yep.
Ever since Tommy was the host and you did the show with Julie, and you were the correspondent.
And I was the what the hell was I? A cub reporter. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And so ever since then, Judgment Day was in the States. I even caught it there. Cool. And so I've been watching it, seeing you here, and it's just a real pleasure to meet you. The only other question I have for you, just because House of Targ is, of course, going to be known for its old school arcade games. What is your favorite personal, if you had to pick one, classic arcade game? Let's say from the 20th century.
Easy. That's Robotron 2084. It's a Eugene Jarvis classic. And for many years it was, he went on to do Smash TV and Narc and Narc had some of that stuff. That was also his game. It didn't have the dual stick shooting, Narc, but it had shooting in every direction. But Robotron was so innovative, and it's so perfectly crafted, you can still play it today like it's a brand new game, and it's been emulated and copied and borrowed from, but it's a timeless, incredible game, and it has a real difficulty being remade. There's been different attempts to try to recraft Robotron, but nobody can touch the original, and that's because Eugene Jarvis is a genius, and that's one of the best games ever, period. Not just one of the best arcade games, it's seminal. Yeah.
And my other question, of course, is that this House of Targ is going to be known for its pinball, as well as its live music and party bar and everything atmosphere. I did see you. I remember seeing you reviewing a Pinball FX too, which was the video game version of pinball with Scott C. Jones. I remember Scott was quite he
hated.
It at all,
he hates video game pinball, but I like it. I do. You know what I like the most about video game pinball is the fantasy element of it, going crazy and doing stuff that you can't do on a board because it would be too expensive. Like Kirby Pinball Land, that was a great game. There's been some really good ones along the way that are Flipnik for the PlayStation 2, super cool. It's a great.
Ever since Nintendo, I guess, at least.
There
was a pinball game for NES back in the day.
Yeah, you can start with the basics and then just take it from into whatever direction you want, which is great.
Now they have full actual actors, impersonating Star Wars characters and things like that on pinball games.
Yeah.
Things like that. So it's really cool that they've been able to do that. So anyway, our time is just about up. We're hitting about 5 minutes or so, so that's all I'm going to bug you for.
All right.
But everybody, please like and of course subscribe to Victor Lucas's channel. Go to epn.com and
epn.tv.
epn.tv.
And our YouTube is EPN TV. I know it's confusing, but EPN TV is where you can find all of our YouTube stuff. And Facebook, we're Electric Playground. I have a bunch of different brands. I've been trying to squeeze them into one easy to remember one. I think EPN's pretty easy to remember, but thank you for supporting, man. And Neil, thank you so much for interviewing me. You're very cool, dude.
Thank you very much, Victor. And it's a pleasure to see you once again, and hope you enjoy the rest of your time here in the capital city.
Thanks, brother.